Also, I knew you had boobs, but why did I not remember them being so big?
Yeah, I'm a 34D. No. No lie.
Friend, you have boobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I can't wear the dresses you wear.
Like, it's a wrap, forget about it.
Yeah, like, ooh.
Yeah,
sorry.
literally. Sure, gang, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ntshehi, and this is Uncomfortable Growth. To my returning subscribers, I hope that you guys are well. To those that are passing by, hopefully you like what you see and you join the gang. Guys, today I have a special guest on my couch, and I actually haven't seen her in like 84 years. So this is really nice, guys. Today I am with Ntshehi. Yeah. She has a YouTube channel, so I will put that in the description below. Please go like, share, subscribe, spam her, do what you guys do best. But I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell us what she be doing and what she about. Girl.
And you know I suck at that.
Yeah, guys, I feel like every time I've been with Pro and it's time for her to introduce herself, like she just
like, I'm like, oh, I am.
No, but you are,
no,
and go off. Yes.
Let's even start. My name is Ntshehi.
Yes.
Just as Gugu said.
Yes.
Oh, firstly, I'm the first princess of Miss Mamelodi Sundowns. What? I am I'm not gonna put school into this. That is to the side. But I'm a genuinely awesome person. That's all you need to know.
That's all y'all need to know.
That's all you need to know. The rest.
Yeah.
Go dig.
They'll dig. That's all that you guys need to know. So yeah, I met Pearl at an interview last show with myself and Zina. So that's how we became friends. And today, guys,
finally
I'm recording Agony Aunt. Also, the reason it took me long is because I wanted to record with Pearl, so we needed to find like a time that was
where we are both,
so I don't want to do it without her. So firstly, thank you guys for your scenarios. I know that's taken a bit long. I'm sorry, but we are here to help, okay? And that's what's important.
I hope it's not bad.
Also, guys, I haven't read these because I wanted to react on camera. Okay, so the first person says,
I hope this is like I hope it's mellow. I hope it's like level 1.
Yeah, this is level 1.
Okay,
I think.
Well, let's hope.
It's short, so it should be like how much?
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Gugu, my recent ex has made friends with some of my closest friends and they all talk and hang out on a regular basis without me. Should I let my friends know that it's an issue or just move on because it's my last year of studying with my friends anyway?
But why? Why?
Guys, and I need us to unpack this thing because I actually have problems. I have real problems. So your recent ex has made friends with some of your friends.
Made friends? So they weren't friends
before.
While we were.
Also, even if I date someone and my friends become friends with them, I think unfortunately when when the relationship ends, I do think that as a friend you're put in the position where you have to choose where your loyalty lies. If you maybe have created a really good bond with this person,
then it's okay.
I mean, maybe it's
but
okay.
Also, why? No. Pick a side.
Also,
pick a side.
Your friends are wrong. Also, your ex is wrong. Where are their friends?
And why did the friends even answer like, this is whoever, block? The moment you say the name, why are you contacting me?
I would literally text, like if any of my friends' exes texted me wanting to be friends, I literally would be like,
yo, so you man.
Girl, I'd be like, look at I'm like, friend, you will never believe who called me. So
the friends like, oh hey, Kiki,
yeah, like, and
made plans to go out. No,
she said
girl.
that, I mean, sorry, this person said that they hang out. Yeah, so I think that one, it's so annoying because you shouldn't even have to have this conversation. It should be, you know, a done deal.
Automatic.
Also, I think it's so unfair to you because this person can be triggering. You know, like sometimes an ex, like a lot happens between the two of you. So now my friend is kikiing with you on the phone. I pull up to the party. Here's this person sitting here.
I know, buddy, while we're not even talking, no. If they weren't friends, like as a collective, why are we doing it? No. So
I think it's a no. I don't like your friends. I'm gonna say it straight up. Firstly, I don't like your ex. They're plotting on your ass like crazy. They're not respecting you. They're not respecting your boundary. They're not protecting your peace. It's a no.
Cut it.
Hi Gooks, I need advice. And how can I start praying again? I've decided to remove myself from Christianity because of the trauma I faced from my previous church. Now I'm just at a point where I want to start praying again, but I'm scared. I went through a lot at the church and praying gives me the fear that all those things will happen again. I haven't prayed in something like 2 years. I'm in a better place than I've been since I left the church in 2018, but there's obviously still a bit of fear. Any advice for a sister?
This is why you shouldn't attach yourself to a church. Like,
I think this is why it's super important for people to have their own relationships with God, because 100%. I've come to realize, and I'm lucky in that I've gone to good churches, and good churches in that they were good for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a traumatic experience, but I have had friends who went to churches and heard certain things, and certain like views were imposed upon them, so naturally they repelled. But I think, one, don't let the church define your relationship with God.
Yeah.
Allow for yourself to discover God out of church in your own manner. And I know that's hard because you say you're not praying, but I think that God knows our hearts at all times. So even if you 100%. Just open your mouth and you're like, Lord,
while you're doing the dish, like, Lord, I don't know where to start.
I don't even know where to start.
But this is what it is.
Yeah. So I think never feel, because I used to feel like my prayer has to be in a certain level, or
like you,
like I need to I need to be going off. So I think God meets you where you are, and he's aware of a person trying. So that's all y'all need to do. Just try. Just
exactly. And we put so much pressure on like,
ourselves, mate.
Don't just. He knows your heart, like we said.
Yeah. So I think just try, and the fear of those things coming back, they won't. But I get how those things like they coexist for you. They won't. I think prayer is actually going to give you peace from those things, and I think it'll help you to be able to move on. So yeah, that's.
And you're protected, girl. Highly favored. Like.
Amen, hallelujah. Ooh.
Oh.
She saw the lid and she was like, girl.
People are wishing.
Hey Cooks, I'm having a really hard time getting over this gent I met a while ago. He has a girlfriend, and I knew that, but he treated me way differently even though she was in the picture. I never questioned my position in his life because regardless of him being with her, he somewhat made me feel like we were together. I broke things off with him a while back because I couldn't do it anymore. I felt like I deserved more. I couldn't show him off the way I wanted to. Now that I broke things off, I just can't seem to forget him. I blocked him everywhere, but I always find myself unblocking him and wanting to talk to him again. Forget everything and start all over again. I'm really having a hard time, and this lockdown is making me feel all my emotions, and I'm literally drowning. I can't talk to anyone about it, about how I feel, because I'm convinced that I'm not over him and I don't know how to get over him.
First of all, stop unblocking, stop snooping around, because you're gonna find.
You're gonna find what you. Also, beyond like snooping, stop giving this person access, because they clearly don't know what to do with you in their lives. So like,
and he showed you who he is the first time round. Why you give him the second? Ooh.
Yeah, I also think it's a thing of like,
am I even following my own advice?
Don't kill me. I think that, look, he may be treating you like a girlfriend and really better than any guy you've been with, but he's not making you a girlfriend, and I think that is the most important thing here.
And he has a girlfriend.
Like, so he can, no matter how hard he's going for you, he doesn't care about you as much as you think or as much as he says, because his actions would reflect that.
Exactly.
And he wouldn't be cheating on his girlfriend. And also, who are you in this situation? You want to date this man. Oof, let me not assume that it's a man. You want to date this person, and you think they're not going to do the same. They're not going to cheat on you with someone else. So I think allow yourself to feel what you feel, and I know that it can be super overwhelming, especially in lockdown, because we're at home, you can't do much, but like, feel it.
And the beginning is really hard.
Guys, heartbreak.
The beginning.
Oh guys, sure nearer. So I think allow yourself to feel it. You will definitely come out of it, but I think more than anything, remind yourself that you actually deserve better.
Exactly.
Because from the tone of this message, I can hear that you don't think there's better for you, and there's always better. Like, let's trust.
Let that fish go.
Let that fish
go. Let that fish go.
And let God give you something else and someone else, and someone who's going to be yours. Because yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
He has a girlfriend. Oh, this person has a girlfriend. Oh no, she said he. He has a girlfriend.
Don't do it.
Yeah, you deserve better than someone who's going to say they care about you and not really show you. No, sorry. Dear Guru, I struggle to deal with change, the transitions in my life right now. Recently graduated and looking for a job. Got out of a relationship that left my mental in the pits, slowly recovering from a depression that caused me to lose a lot of weight and confidence. This has really put my mind in a chaotic place, and I feel really stuck right now. I don't know what to do to make my mind peaceful again. I kind of still feel detached from most of my friends and surroundings. Like, sometimes I wish I could just start over somewhere on a clean slate where no one knows me, but deep down I don't think that's best for me. I wish to feel like my old self again and give love to my friends and be happy.
First of all, why are you putting so much pressure on yourself?
I think that you've been through a lot.
Yeah, and friends, I feel like if they're your friends, you should understand the phase I'm in.
Yes.
What I'm going through. I mean, you can't want to go back to the old you when you've been through
so much. And I think we as people, we need to let go of this thing of wanting to go back to the old us, because we're continuously changing. So maybe 100%. Say you want to go back to being happy, but who you were at that time had not experienced the things that you're going through, so it's not realistic. Like Pearl said, your friends will understand. If not, maybe have a conversation. If you really feel like you haven't been present, just be like, hey guys, ngakowa.
Yeah, and if they don't understand, then bye.
Yeah, no, that's none of your business. The least you can do is tell them how you feel. And again, you've been through a lot, so allow yourself to feel what you're going through.
Yeah.
But like small things, do things that make you happy. Cook yourself your favorite meal. Go for a walk. I found that through my depression, I needed to be active. Like the more I sat and I allowed the darkness to wallow and just cloud me, the more I'd sink into it. So even when I'm having a bad day, I force myself. I'm like, you will shower today.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like
it's the little things.
Mate, it's a shower.
It's the little things.
Like it's the small things. Like I'm gonna walk up the road. I'm going to ride my bike. So I think start introducing things that you really, really like, and hopefully things that can get your mind off of what you're going through. But like healthy coping mechanisms, because Avi, we don't want you like relying on things that could potentially make it worse. But it's hard. It's hard. Like I
and acknowledging that it's hard. Don't be like, I feel like she's so hard on herself.
Yeah.
You're expecting to be someone else and like a previous person you were, and no.
Yeah.
And who you are right now is way better. Happiness is really temporary.
Yeah.
Like it's the joy in the little things that you do.
Yes. So I think just don't be hard on yourself, and like I don't know, as humans we have this weird thing, like we go and we want to be okay the next day. It's
not gonna happen.
Realistic. It's not
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give yourself some time. Hi, Gugu. I'm in a relationship for about 1 year and 2 months now. I'm in a relationship for about 1 year and 2 months now. I have broken up with this guy so many times, plus minus 7 times. And he's begging me to take him back every single time. And to my knowledge, he's never ever cheated on me since we started dating. So that's not the reason for the breakups. I just feel like he doesn't get me as a person. We have so much together, but when it comes to bumpy parts of the journey, we seemingly just can't communicate efficiently. We could literally try to talk and stay calm and all, but we just don't get to each other. I say we don't get each other because whenever I try to explain where I am coming from or try to tell him what's bothering me, he just doesn't get it. He listens, but it's like he selectively listens and chooses what to really answer or to pay attention to. He just doesn't get me, and lately it's getting worse and worse. He knew I struggle with anxiety when we started dating, but he'd say things like, I bring my anxiety attacks upon myself. It's all a choice and it's in my head. He's not the person I want to be with anymore. He was once my best friend, but I just don't see myself being with him in the long run. I love him so much, but he doesn't get me. I don't know what to do.
Love is not enough.
Let
go. First of all, the anxiety thing.
First,
you bring it upon yourself.
I wanna bring it back to love is not enough.
It's really
let's get that.
It's not.
Like love goes hand in hand with loyalty, respect, consideration. There's a lot of things that have to happen in order for the love to work.
100. I feel like you really answered yourself. He doesn't get you.
He doesn't get you.
And he's being like emotionally abusive. Like
that
you bring your anxiety upon yourself. Excuse.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget. I had a fight with someone else skiing in varsity, and he was like, I feel like you weaponize your mental health. I literally was like, okay. And you know, the fact that I didn't leave in that moment, and I'm telling you this, I should have, because this is someone who doesn't understand what you're going through, and clearly they're going to think that every time you bring this up or you're having a mental episode, they make it about them, which is wild to me, because you think that
what thought process does one even go? Nah,
it's a no. I'm so sorry. Also, I think that like you said, he doesn't get you. How can you be in a relationship with someone you don't get? Because eventually you're going to have the same fights.
Yeah.
Like you're never gonna all of a sudden click. So I think you need to decide what's more important to you, like having this relationship or actually
yourself.
Actually. Yeah.
Yourself.
Because
it's easier said than done though.
Yeah, of course.
But at this point you're gonna be like, the foundation of like a relationship is loyalty, it's communication. You need to get me firstly and not even abuse me emotionally.
And not
use what I
have confided in what I have told you in confidence against me. You can't. You don't do that.
Nah.
Also, like,
he doesn't deserve you.
Yeah,
they don't deserve you.
They don't deserve.
They don't deserve you.
Also, this he was once my best friend. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
The world is big.
Even a year and what? 2 months. Nah. You can find a new person.
Oh yeah, she actually a year and 2 months, and you've broken up 7 times. Please.
What's that black and white movie?
Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah.
You don't need that. I saw your Insta post, the one you said we can email and ask for advice. I'm an 18-year-old who is suffering with depression. My parents don't know. How should I tell them? African parents from Botswana. I don't think it's an easy conversation.
Yeah.
I do think that you, especially black parents, because it's touch and go, because you never know how they're going to take these things. But I think that when you speak to them, kind of do research in that, like, sit them down, explain what it is that you go through, explain like that it is a mental illness, explain that there's medication, there's therapy.
But how do you, like, and how do you also not take offense?
Yeah, friend, that's why it's very touching. I think like what I did, I was like, so I suffer from this, right? And they were convinced I didn't. Like, they kept saying like, don't say that. I was like, no, I do suffer from this.
This is what it is.
And we need to face it head on. And I was like, this is what it is. I explained it. I was like, there's medication, there's this, there's that. I also then, like, I think out of trying to protect myself from what they could have said, like, I instantly said to them, I was like, mental health is not something you can make up. Just because I wake up in a bed every day and I go to school and I know I'm blessed, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have mental issues.
No.
Which is something I struggled with, because I thought that in order to deal with my mental health, the things around me would have to be bad, but like, it's a mental illness thing. You know, like, people can be so happy, so rich, whatever, but like, if you're not okay mentally, that will show. It is a hard conversation. Maybe write a letter. When things get really awkward for me with my parents, they know I write a letter, because I don't want to have to see their reaction in case it is bad. Because the last thing you need is for me to say, hey, I suffer from depression,
what's going on,
and then they're like, nah,
what is that?
Yeah. So I have like protective, I don't know what to say, I have things that like protect me. If I'm feeling like I'm in a weird space and I can't deal with the energy, I will rather write. So maybe do that. I'm sorry to hear that. I know that it's very hard.
Oh, love and light.
Love and light. Choke again. My story is a film, but we move. So
yeah,
So in 2019, met this Congolese guy. Honestly, this Congolese guy. Honestly, when we first met, I wasn't feeling him, but he pursued me. And in pursuing me, he also mentioned an ex that he had just left. I didn't ask too much. Firstly, his security guard warned me about a light-skinned Han. I asked him, and his response was, he's referring to my ex, I told you about her. Then I saw a text with the ID Habibi. Then there was a shower. Then there was a shower gel that was just a bit too feminine, and also just a lack of consistency. But he also had a very demanding IT job, so I didn't read too much into it. One day we had a fight, and he blew out of proportion. He asked for space, and this went on for a month, then 2 months eventually. Then he ghosted me. Then he ghosted my messages, my calls, you name it. I was shattered, here in limbo, confused, hurt, you name it. Fast forward a year later, he randomly comes back, wishes me a happy birthday, and apologizes, and tells me he actually got back with his ex and I was the other woman, basically. Anyway, we start talking and hanging out. It was all very innocent, but eventually feelings that I thought had died resurfaced. Fast forward to December 2020, he goes back to Congo, tells me it's Christmas and we'll be back in Jan. He wants to see me. I woke up one morning to a friend on his IG story with all his wedding pictures. Nigga went home to get married. I felt so played. I don't know why. I gave him a second chance and reopened my heart when I saw who it was that I was dealing with the first time around. Anyway, I could have told his wife to spite him. I could have cussed him out, but I blocked him on everything and chose to move on. My friends think he got off lightly. I chose self-preservation. He reached out to my friend looking for me and she told him I knew the truth. I am a really good person. I was a good person to that nigga. Heck, I was out here buying 5K watch for him on Christmas. First of all, let me tell you guys something. Stop this thing of spending money on men. Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it. No, stop it. It only let me tell you, it only happens in a relationship and after he's done the most for you.
Exactly.
I always say, guys, I have no problem with spoiling my partner. But so much has to happen before I do that.
But she had to learn.
Now you know.
Now you know.
But moving forward, the first red flag is enough. The security guard told you it's the ex. That's where it should have.
The shower gel, honey.
The shower gel. No, it's a no. He ghosted you, blocked you. Wants to come back. He's getting married.
Yo, I know the marriage part.
I'm so sorry that you went through that. But
No, but I hope that she's okay where she is right now. You deserve love. Like you said, you're an awesome person.
Don't subject yourself to stuff you don't need to go through.
Don't.
Sure, okay, let me get right into it. So I'm 20 and I'm still a virgin. However, the new guy I'm currently going through and talking stage with doesn't know that. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell him. So my question is, do I tell him I'm a virgin or do I keep quiet? He'll see during the act that he broke my virginity. He's 23, by the way. Tell him. No. No, tell him.
Wait, but they're in the talking stage, right?
No, and not now.
Yeah, not now. I mean,
tell him.
You don't know where it's gonna go.
Tell him when you feel like it's going somewhere somewhat serious.
Then, oh yeah, by the way, this
is my situation. But I think don't put yourself in the position where he's finding out when you're about to have sex.
Nah.
Just because virginity means different things to different people. True. And like maybe he just doesn't want.
Yeah, what if he doesn't want to?
He doesn't want to. So don't put him in, don't do that to him. Because
rather be open.
Yeah,
rather be open.
Hey my love, so basically I'm a 19-year-old who's been trying to heal or just get over my dad's emotional abuse towards me, but it shoots at my mom more. We lived together and there was a time I hated him. I won't lie, every time I think I'm over everything, triggers rise. So how do I deal with such? By the way, I suffer from anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, because I didn't grow up with my dad.
Has been trying to heal, get over my dad's emotional abuse. So this person say they still live together, hey? Like all of them in the house. I think guys,
avoid.
I think try protect your peace in the house. Like do the best that you can, in that you can coexist with someone, but you're not going to make yourself too accessible to them. If you can hide yourself out in your room sometimes, do that. I think the reason you're also never going to get over it is because you unfortunately need to address it. And I've learned the older I've become that sometimes you need to tell someone what they've done to you, not for a reaction, not for their reaction or an apology, but for the fact that you did it for yourself. And I know that's very hard when you're 19 and living at home because this person is in your space, and I'm sure it's like what the financial, like you don't work. Yeah, you rely on your parents. So I do think that when you do get the chance, maybe just write a letter, say how you feel, because I think you need to be able to do that so you can heal.
That's and when you're ready as well.
Yes.
Like who said, keep your, maintain your peace. Do you, boo. Try and not to let that get to you, although it's really, really hard. But just... It
is very hard.
Push.
I honestly think that for as long as you're in the house, I think your biggest priority needs to be protecting your peace. Also journal. Maybe if you're not ready to have the conversation,
find an outlet.
Hi Gugu, I just want to start off by saying I really admire you. I wish you all the best with your endeavors. Thank you for your impact. Thank you. So cute. I'm in a very difficult situation and your advice would be highly appreciated and useful to me. I'm torn between my ex, who happens to be my first ever love, and current boyfriend, whom I recently broke up with. I experienced the best time with my ex. I can't even explain how happy I was, but the only problem was I felt like I loved him more than he loved me, and eventually it started to show. It's been a year since our breakup, and before I could even heal, I met my current boyfriend. We've been together for 7 months, but we recently broke up because I felt like I needed to be by myself. My current boyfriend loves me, there's no doubt about that. In fact, he loves me more than I love him, but I can't stop thinking about my ex and how things could have turned out. Please, I need help.
You can't stop thinking about your ex because you haven't healed, firstly.
Yes.
And the second guy needs to understand, if he really likes or loves you, he will understand that, listen, if I want this girl, I'll wait for her.
Yes.
Because in the end, you're gonna be torn. You're gonna still be torn because you're gonna be like, oh, I love this person,
but I don't know.
But also, I don't know what. Nah.
I also don't think that's fair to your. Even though he's your ex-boyfriend now, but your most recent boyfriend, that's not fair to him because you're comparing him to someone he's not, and he's not going to live up to those standards, and he's never going to be that person.
And you're going to continuously like compare the two people.
And that's not fair. So let's not do that. So I do think you need to be honest with yourself and having. Actually, you know what? As far as this message goes, you're single right now. Stay single.
So stay single.
Stay single.
I hope she's single.
I hope you're single.
Girl.
Stay single, heal, process it. Also, if you really love someone, guys, like getting over them takes time.
Yeah.
So a year, as much as it may sound long, it's not that long.
It's
and if
really
you
not.
need more time, give yourself more time. I like this guy. I like this guy, and I told him I liked him, and he said he was into me too, but he said we couldn't date because we weren't going to be around each other in a couple of months. Long story short, we had a thing, hung out and stuff, and all through this time he'd say he was really into me, yet he was playing me with 2 other girls, and one of these girls was his ex, and he was emotionally invested in her. After some time I found out, and I just stopped talking to him, and we lost touch and stuff. I genuinely thought I was over him, but I think about him and what could have been a lot because think about what could have been, I think is what she meant, because I really liked him. At some point it got so bad I'd always stalk those girls and try to figure out what it was that was wrong with me. I really just want to get over this and heal.
No, firstly there's nothing wrong with you, like, girl, stop that, stop that, like, stop. Literally. What could have been with the guy that played you with 2 other girls?
You are not the problem. You're not the problem. Also, I'm a big fan of protecting my peace. I would never go look at the girls that he is moving with or cheating on me or whatever. No, don't do that. They're different from you. They're not gonna look like you. You're beautiful.
But the fact that the one is still tolerating him after like this nonsense,
that has nothing to do with you.
No, girl.
Yeah, I think you're a cutie. Okay, they also are cuties, those girls, because we don't bash other women because the men are the problem.
I mean,
I think that you just need to realize that you deserve better. Yeah.
Guys,
no, we don't like this. We don't like this. You guys deserve better, and I think it's time that you guys fully, wholeheartedly believe that.
Like, look at yourself in the mirror. Like,
mates, like,
you deserve. Do we really think that we deserve love? Like, you deserve love. Tell yourself you deserve love.
Also,
you deserve to be loved.
I deserve to be loved. And also, what love is, like, my definition of love, I'm going to stick to. I'm not going to settle for a toxic love. I'm not going to settle for an unhealthy love. If you believe in love, you must get the love that you want.
100.
So, yeah, I'm sorry.
And if you're not offering it, sorry.
You gotta go. It says, I'm a fairly new subscriber of yours and I'm in love with your content.
Welcome!
Thank you. I'm emailing you to ask for advice more than anything. I was doing my 3rd year last year and I was supposed to be graduating this year, but I'm rewriting a module I failed. I'm not really fazed by this, as I've come to realize that I've had an extremely stressful year, and the fact that I was able to juggle 7 models all at once was an achievement all on its own, yes. Yeah. What I'm struggling with now is the fact that I'm not sure what I want to do with life after I've graduated. I'm not sure anymore about what I was studying and if I want to spend the rest of my life being a software developer. I don't know what to do with myself. I think I've hit a brick wall. Do you have any words of wisdom for me? I think
it's normal.
Okay, so this is so normal. I think that if most people who go to school experience this, you may think you want to do one thing and they're not the other. Actually, I want to start by praising you, the fact that you're aware that, you know, it was a stressful year and that's why you're repeating the module and own pace, own race. That is good. I think allow yourself to explore other things. So I know that you're probably like, you know, you need a job, so maybe get a job as a software developer, but allow for yourself to explore and find what you like.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing not knowing what to do. I mean,
it's not.
Do you want to be stuck in a job where you're like, where you like cringe, like you just don't want to go. Nah. Guys, we're young, hey?
You're young.
You're
young. You're young. There's so much to life.
You have time. You have time.
And
there is no expiry date on your degree.
There isn't.
There is no expiry date on your degree. Just do what you want to do, explore, and then if you feel like you're not finding anything, go and see what the software development world has out there, and if
then if not, that's fine. Also, we're young and we're constantly changing, so what you found interesting in varsity is going to be so different in a few years later. So don't be hard on yourself. I think honestly, just try explore. I think your biggest problem is not knowing what it is that you want to do. So just try. I think
because you haven't been exposed
to it. So this year, in whatever capacity, whether you're like your job shadowing, you're speaking to your friends, you're just doing research, you're putting yourself in different spaces around different creatives, like just allow yourself to be exposed to other things, and then hopefully what you actually want to do will jump out at you. Guys, the last one for today, because Nine Ngenga. Jokes, guys, we all have problems.
Yeah, you are.
Whoa. Okay, hey Gugu. Okay, firstly, last year during December, I lost all the girlies I considered my friends. We used to be very close, also been a good friend to them. I don't know what happened, but they just grew distant from me. Maybe it's me, I'm not sure. Now I literally have no friends. We're in the same class, high school, together. Did everything together, all 7 of us. We did everything together. I was there for them when they needed me. They changed the hostel they lived in this previous year. Got more freedom in the new one. And dugu andinazo zichomi. Yo, I'm not even sure what I need advice on, but the friendships you have are everything. How do you make such genuine friendships? How can I identify who is toxic between me and what I used to call my friends?
Firstly, in high school, yes. Friends of the gangy. Ooh.
Guys, in high school, you guys think, like, I remember in high school, it really was like the more friends you have, the better. It means nothing. Let me tell you for free. It means nothing. And I know that you're not going to feel like that because you're living through it. And going to a place every day without friends is obviously...
But also be open to meeting new people.
I think you need... I don't like these friends because
now they changed hostels all of a sudden.
All of a sudden they're living their lives. Also,
no, someone said something and then everyone else was like, oh, yeah.
And also in high school, people are so impressionable. Like, it's like, oh, you're a Pearl. You're like, oh my God, really? I don't want to. So I don't... Maybe it's not even a you thing and it's a them thing and whatever it is. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I do hope that you make new and better friends.
Be open to, don't be so hard on yourself. You're only like in high school.
Oh, you're in high school. You're so young. You're so young. You're so young.
You're young.
I also think that how to identify toxic friendships or toxic traits in friendships is easy. Hey, like,
first of all, the vibes.
That's like, the first thing. Like, if your vibe is off,
it's like
and guys, trust your intuition. Hey, trust your... If you chill with someone and you just don't feel easy and you're just like, it's a no.
There is something wrong.
There's something wrong.
There is something wrong.
Also, for me, it's as easy as when someone does something that you don't like, you just take note of it, and depending on what it is, it's how I know if it's like a real red flag for me. So like, if I'm chilling with Pearl, let's say we went out with Pearl and we're eating and she's just shouting at the waitrons and she's being rude.
Yeah, no.
I can't do that. Like, as a person, you must, as my friend, you must respect other people and be respectful. Yeah. So I think you just look for the things that you don't like, but it's also finding what you don't like and realizing that I may not like this as a person because of my own personal experiences and I'm projecting. Or sometimes it's actually just like, you're being a bad friend.
Honestly.
Yeah. So I think just...
And it sounds like they were more benefiting from you
than
the other. Yeah.
No. And we don't like
it. It sounds like you were just there, you know, like, oh, let's call Google because we know that she will.
She will, yeah. Because she know, yeah.
Also, teenage girls.
Pearl is right. Like, guys, high school is about gangs. Like, even you saying 7, how do you lose 7 friends on one go? Like, you're not the problem. Like, something is definitely going on here. Yeah, no. And
the hostel thing, it's the hostel thing for me. Yeah. For the fact that they moved. And then now all of a sudden.
Yeah. Nah. So, you know what? That's not the energy you needed. Pray about it. Pray for more friends. God will definitely give you more friends.
Have you ever had a toxic friend? How do you even, like, identify? Like, where was the point where you were like, No.
I've never had a toxic friend. Like, I was never in a toxic friendship, but I had friends that I was like,
no,
we shouldn't be friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Anytime what happened to me.
What?
So there was this girl, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you about this one incident because I recently thought of it and I was like, that was bullshit actually. Yeah. So this girl, we went to the same classes, like some classes.
Yeah.
And the classes we were in, when we got our test marks, she'd be like, oh, can't they, oh, you're like that smart?
Oh, like she's shocked.
Like,
I'd be like, okay. Girl, you in my business. Don't do that.
You in my business? This girl took the paper, went through every question. Okay, question 1, question 2. Took my paper, went to the...
That is someone who's competing with you.
And she was like, Pearl wrote this, I wrote that. It's basically the same thing. The teacher was like, oh, you're right. Mine is Pearl. I was like, what just happened?
That's not normal.
What just happened? And her boyfriend used to tell me like, she's not who you guys think she is. And I was like, nah.
Obviously it's also coming from the boyfriend. So you're like, I'm a dirt.
Yeah, no.
Candy, they're protecting you, my friend.
I'm thinking about it now. I was like, She followed me on Instagram every time.
Of course.
And she kept all the other girlies. And I was like...
And I think, you see stuff like that, like... competitiveness in friendship, I want to make a video about it.
Yeah.
Because that's a real thing.
It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. And the crazy thing is that you feel crazy when you feel like someone's competing with you because you're like, no man, like, this is my friend. Why would they want to compete with me? You also think
are we not supposed to?
Also, you think like, who am I? Like, you know, like I'm not that big of a for someone to want to so it's a mind fuck to say the least. But guys, that's where Pearl and I are gonna leave you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully our advice helped. Please don't forget to subscribe to her channel. It will be in the description below. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter. I will add her socials to it too. Yeah guys, thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh.